Hi, Joe Kehrig with the Kehrig Real Estate Team, and this is your San Ramon Valley update the week of May 6th. Does it just seem when you're driving around and you're looking at new construction that the homes are getting smaller? Or is it just your imagination? Well, we're going to review that today. And to be honest with you, homes are getting smaller. As you see with this first slide, more than a third, 38% of builders say they are building smaller homes in 2023. And more than a quarter, 26%, plan to construct even smaller homes this year. And you can look at this chart where you can see that the size of homes from 2003, the last 20 years, has dropped 10%, from over 2,200 down to almost 2,000 square feet. And here's the reason why they're building smaller homes. One is the millennials. Home prices, the affordability with the millennials stretching to purchase a home, and the formation of families is now a lot smaller than it used to be. So not only is it the affordability, but it's the millennials trying to buy their first home. And because the formation of families, we don't have as many kids, they're looking for smaller homes for those three reasons. And also the baby boomers. The baby boomers now are trying to downsize. So the two biggest markets out there are the millennials going into their first home and the baby boomers downsizing. Both of those equal the wants for smaller homes. You can see by this, smaller households are increasing. What we talked about going from is there's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 or more, and the majority you can see are increasing are just 1 or 2 households. So obviously, compared to having 4 or 5 people in the household, having 1 or 2, you don't need near as big of a home. And the affordability we talked about is at a historic all-time low, which means it's as hard as it's ever been to afford a home, the average price home, because interest rates obviously have stayed up as home prices have continued to go up. So again, like we talked about, it's the millennials, the smaller household formation, the affordability, and then also just going and buying your first home. You don't need as much. You can see in this chart, new single-family homes are getting smaller. All the way from before the pandemic, since the pandemic, they're all getting smaller as people want to get into a home but can't afford these big homes that are out there. And the builders are seeing that. The builders spend tens of millions of dollars to study this. And that's why 38% of the builders have been building smaller homes, and 26% plan to even build smaller homes going into 2024 and 2025. And you can see newly built homes are getting smaller, down 10.3% just since 2018 for the new homes. So now let's talk about our San Ramon Valley update, because what we're starting to see now is we're starting to see more inventory come on the market. There's actually I think it's about 33% more listings than there was a year ago. And from the bottom of the market, when I say the bottom, 2022, mid-2022, when the market was at its hottest, there was no inventory on the market. We have 80% more inventory over the last 2 years and 33% just in the last year. And you can see in the San Ramon market, which has been one of our hottest markets because of the migration of the professionals coming from Santa Clara Valley, Fremont, up to the San Ramon Valley. But you can see for one of the first times that the inventory has edged up a little bit. Pendings have stayed really strong, still a very strong market in San Ramon. You can see the same thing in Danville. Pendings are still strong, but we're starting to see inventory go up a little bit. Alamo is a market where the market has jumped. It went from like 37 just 2 weeks ago up to 52 homes. And, that kind of shows a tale of two markets, because in the Alamo, there were only 4 closings, but they were all at more than asking price. So there's a lot more inventory coming on the market, which will start affecting prices as they are now, or more and more homes are sitting on the market, which means you're going to see prices go down. Dublin market, again, you can see the pendings are still strong, but there's more inventory hitting the market. So across the market, you are basically seeing more inventory out there. Like I said, 33% more inventory from a year ago, 80% from 2 years ago. And look at the sold to list price. This is definitely a tale of two markets, because you have a situation where San Ramon 105%, Danville 100%, Alamo 107%. And this is what we talked about. There were 4 closings in Alamo. Out of 50 some odd listings, only 4 closings, but every one of them was above asking price. Because again, if you have a nice home and it's priced well in a good location, we're still getting multiple offers, but there's a lot more homes sitting. Overall, that's going to affect the prices of the market. And you can see Dublin, 110%. Dublin, it's been 108%, 108%, 110%. You know, but I think you're going to start seeing these edge down a little bit as, you know, you see prices start to drop and people become more negotiable. Every market is different out there. Never hesitate to reach out. If you want to just get an idea of where the market is, whether you're buying or selling, because again, it's a good time to buy right now because there is inventory out there. What will happen as we get towards the end of the summer, you're going to see inventory drop off again as people quit putting their homes on the market. But for right now, there's a lot of inventory, a lot of homes to choose from. Yes, rates are still high, but like we talked about, marry the house, get the house that you want, date the rate. When rates go down, which they're expected to go down, maybe not as much as we thought, maybe not dipping into the 5s this year, but definitely, you know, it will probably, they'll have 1 or 2 rate cuts, you know, throughout 2024. So give me a call if you have any questions at all. Joe Kehrig, the Kehrig Real Estate Team, 925-487-6838, or drop me an email, joe@kehrigteam.com, or visit our website to learn more about us, or see all of the listings that we have out there, www.kehrigteam.com. Have a great week. We'll see you next week.